Hello everyone, welcome to Chaudhary Data World channel. Today I am here with a new video on data type in Power BI. There are so many number of data types like date or text, whole number, decimal number, and so on. There are many data types we will be watching in this video. So let's get started with the video. Here we are right now. We will pick a data set now. It's in text or CSV format. Let me pick up this one. So you can see that these are the this is the data set. I am just going to load it into Power Query window. As soon as I load this data set into the window, you can see that these three steps are already applied into it. So this is a very smart feature of Power BI that it has changed the data type according to its own. Means order date, it is a date column. Ship date is a date column. Ship mode is a text column. Again, this is a text and this is a text column. So this just on itself on behalf of us and change that to date type, or if it is a text then it's to text. So we will be watching here that what all types are there available, and I will be explaining you one by one all the data types available here. So this video is going to be a bit long, but I will be explaining you all the things available, all the types available into a Power BI. Also, I have prepared slides against it. You can see here that which I just put it from Power BI documentation page, so that exact figures should be there. Suppose decimal number, so how many, what is the range of decimal number which is supported by Power BI. This type of data I have kept it at last. You can take a screenshot and refer for the users. So I will be in flow. I will be showing you all the things. So first thing first, that is decimal number and fixed decimal number. So decimal number is basically, suppose if you are having some particular column, which column contains some number with having floating data type, means floating type number. If suppose I am creating a new in new table, suppose, and if I am putting up some values, okay. Now if I click on OK, just for demonstration purpose I am showing you, so you can see here that this particular, when it is selected, this column 1, you can see that data type is decimal number. Here this whole digit whatever we entered is in the floating format. That means it is having decimal in between, so it has kept it in decimal format. So as this number, this decimal digit, whatever it is there into your data set, it increases. Suppose its length increases tremendously, so it just go with approximation. Approximation means what? If suppose it has the ability to, as per Microsoft documentation, if it is having ability to store only 8 byte of digit, so it will store 8 byte of digit only, but with having last whatever ending digits will be, it will be rounded off. You must be aware of rounding off, so it will be rounded off at that in this data type of decimal data type. After that, second data type is a fixed decimal number. So basically, difference between decimal number and fixed decimal number is that it is used for precise format. Means fixed decimal number is for precision. Suppose there is a particular column which is having salary data written over there, and there suppose there is some paise, it is there into rupee and paise combination, it is into that particular column. So that paise will be represented with decimal, and after decimal it will be written over there. So that need to be exact figure whatever it is into the data. But if we select this decimal number, that will be not exactly same, because it will round off your thing. But this fixed decimal number, it will round off according to your use case. If you want to round off on 2 decimal, it will round off on 2 decimal, like the 2 decimal points. So like this, it is getting deferred from decimal to fixed decimal. As we see from the documentation, that decimal number, what it is, so basically it represents 64 bit. 64 bit means 8 byte floating point number, decimal number, and it ranges from this many number of value from positive to negative. 0, you can see that this is 0, and then positive, this is negative value, and then this is positive value. Between this range we can store it into the in decimal number into our data set. The largest precision that can be represented in decimal number is 15 digit long. We can store only 15 digit long precise value of the data. After that it will round off and it will keep that value as a rounded off value. But in fixed decimal number, separator is 19 digit. You can 19 digit is it is allowing, so you can keep at 19 digit long into it. And the largest value which it can store is this one, positive or negative. Plus 922337203. This number will be your largest extent in fixed decimal number type, and negative of it will be into negative fixed decimal number. Means that will be the range of between of this fixed decimal number. So that's basic about these both data types. Now moving ahead with whole number. Whole number is nothing but if you suppose convert it to whole number, what you will see is it has rounded off. So 2 3 4 5 7 it is right now. If I'm reverting it back, you can see that 2 3 4 5 6 it was there, but since it was 8 here, so it rounded off and it made it 2 3 4 5 7. But 1 2 1 2 and then 2 it is there, that's why it kept it as 1 2 1 2 and then 2. So it is basically a digit, means integer. So what's its range? So let's you can see here that it allows 19 digit positive or negative whole number. It is also allowing 8 byte integer value only and 19 digit at most. So we can convert it again to whole number for demonstration purpose. So it is converted to this whole number. Now if we go to percentage, percentage is nothing. You are mostly I think you mostly aware of that percentage. If suppose some data it is over there which should be presented into percentage format, its type should be into percentage, then we can click over it, it will convert that into percentage. Now next data type is date time. So here there are 4 to 5 categories from this date and time thing. So you can see that date time, date, and then time, date time, time zone, and then duration. All these are similar things. What all these are? So basically here right now for this particular column, if it is a date column, so it is a date column. You can see that type is date. If you will convert it to date time, so right now the time is not specified into this column. So what it will do, it will assign its own by its own. That will be approximately 12 a.m. It's just assigned by its own. So this particular format is date time format. That means here date is also there, date and time is also there. If we convert it back to date, you can see that it will again be converted to that date which was earlier. Now if we are considering only time, you can see that you will see it has thrown you error because it is not having time specified into your date column basically. So it has thrown you error. So we will revert it back. Now date time time zone, so it is one step ahead of this date and time. So basically date and time both will be there. Also there will be time zone. That means it will represent that what particular time zone you are, how much hours ahead you are. So basically you can see that I will expand it. You can see that this is the time zone basically. So here one thing need to be kept in note. So whenever you are basically taking up the data set into your at the time of development, whatever the time zone you will select here, you will be working on, that particular time zone only will be visible to suppose some other part of the world. So suppose if this report is generated in India, so it is showing you plus 5 and 30. For USA this zone will be something different, so it will not show that particular zone, it will show 5:30 only because it is, this particular report is developed into India. That's why it will show you that particular 530 only into USA also. So this thing need to be kept in note, because it helps in your it will help you in your project, and it's a very widely used thing. Now moving ahead, there is duration. So duration is basically a very beautiful feature of Power BI. That means if you want to calculate, here it is right now, let me revert it back to date again, and I will try to explain duration. So here you can see that there is order date and there is ship date. So if you want to take out duration between order date and ship date, that means when the order has been placed and when that particular order has been shipped. So you want to take out the duration between both of them. So if you will try to calculate that particular one, you need to convert that into duration first. So basically it will calculate it, calculate its duration. I will show you by creating some custom column here. Let me show you. Order date, it is here, minus ship date. Okay, you can see that right now this particular duration column, it is here, which is into this format. And this format I will explain you that what this format explains basically. So here you can see that this particular custom column is in this ABC 123. That means it is not known to Power BI that what particular format of this custom column is, so it has assigned it as any. So if you convert that into duration format, you will be able to basically apply all the mathematical operations over this duration column now. That if you want to add 1 hour, or if you want to add subtract 1 day, something like that, if you whatever manipulation you want to take it out, you can take it out now, as it is converted to duration column. So let me tell you that what this 92.000000 represents. So basically, let me open up my drawing sheet. So basically this particular one here, if I am just selecting it, so this one 92, it represents day. This 00 represents hour. This 00 represents minute. This 00 represents your second. So this is basically the duration data set, data type, and it represents your whole of the information in the form of day, hour, minute, and second. And you can apply any of the mathematical operation over it. The most widely used use case over it is, if you want to suppose show your visualization in duration, that if what is the magnitude of duration you took from order date to ship date, if you want to show some trend in it. So this particular magnitude, this can be treated as, you can convert this to decimal also, you can convert it to decimal number also, and then you can show it as into magnitude format. You can see it has been converted to decimal format. If it would have been not zero into that hour and minute column as well, so it would have been taken care by the Power BI into your decimal format, and you would have been able to represent that into magnitude format into your visualization. Means whenever you will be dealing with visualization basically. So this is duration one. Moving ahead, here it is a text data type. It is a very common data type used in this Power BI. So you can see that this particular order ID, it is having alphanumeric thing. So it has automatically kept it in text type. You can see the here it is also selected as a text type. If you want to convert this order date to text type as well, it can be. No, it will not throw error, because you can see it has now converted to text type. If you want to convert it back to date, it will be available for you. Now there is true false. So basically why this true false has been given, if you want to keep any flag into your data set, and if you want to keep it as suppose there is some data set or use case it is there, that suppose some particular person is has subscribed for your newsletter or not. If you want to keep it as true or if you want to keep it as false, so basically it is a flag to be shown into your data set. So this data set is very much helpful for giving the flag columns into your data set. So basically I will create a data set in front of you to show demonstrate this thing. This 0 and this true and false will be demonstrated by 0 and then -1. So basically you will be watching that how this 0 and -1 will be changed to true and false. You can see here right now we are having a data set with one column having 0 -1 -1 0. So these two values will be converted to these two different distinct values, that is 0 and -1 will be converted to um, this true and false condition. So if I click on over it, you can see 0 is converted to false and -1 is converted to true. So this is the basic operation of this data type. Moving ahead, we are having binary. So binary is nothing but whatever data you are having, it is the rarest data type getting used into Power BI. Actually you will use it in advance. What basically it does is, you if you want to keep a column which is of binary type, you can keep it into your Power Query window, but your Power BI model will not understand that particular column. So you can just keep it as for legacy purpose. If you want to just take some lookup from that particular column into some other data set, into some other format, definitely it will be available for your model then, but it will be not available for your model if you are keeping it in a binary format. So that's basic operation of this. Now I will be showing you whatever it is there in whole number from documentation side. So it is 8 byte integer. It can represent only 8 byte integer value, allows up to 19 digit. Date for date time, it represents both date and time value, date between so 1900 and 1999, 1919 sorry 99 99 are supported. So basically these, between these both only, it can represent you the date time values. So date time time zone, if you will go for, so this will be represent a UTC time with a time zone offset. So these all are directly picked out from the Microsoft documentation, Power BI documentation. So it will be very much helpful for when you will go ahead with your projects in real time. This figures will be very important there to understand that what all data we can handle with. So now coming to text type, you can see that maximum string length can be this, which can be represented by Power BI, which will be of this many number of bytes. Now binary data type, as I told you, binary column are not supported in Power BI data model. It exists in data view. It exists in data view, that means Power BI query editor window, and report view for legacy regions, but it can't be used by data model, but it can be for data view and then reporting purpose you can use, but it can't be available for your modeling purpose. We will be watching videos on modeling as well in upcoming tutorials. So yeah, that's all for today. I understand that this video become somewhat long, but hope this video you find helpful. Kindly like the video, subscribe to the channel, and if any doubt, please let me know into the comment section. Thank you so much for watching the video again.